Hey everyone, how y'all doing?
What's going on? What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm doing all right. I'm not back at 100%, but I'm all right.
Get there, you gonna get there. Prayers up, prayers up.
Thank you.
Glad to hear from you for sure. What's going on, people? What's going on, people?
I want to know what happened that you're not at 100%.
I just got out of the hospital. I was in the hospital for about a week, but I'm getting back to 100.
Ugh, that's a that's a lot to deal with, ma'am.
She's a soldier though.
Yeah, I'm okay, but thank you guys for asking.
I already know I already know you about to bounce back super strong. We got a lot of great things going on. So you already know prayers up. What's going on, good people? What's going on, good people? We'll take this next couple minutes to get some more people enough time to get in. Um, Meanwhile, if you already been on before, most of you guys have. Go ahead and blow up the chat, post your websites, social medias, and post where you're listening in from. And while you're at it, find somebody else's site that you haven't checked it out yet. Find somebody else's social media, pull up somebody else's social media that you haven't followed yet. Now let's connect the dots. We're gonna get started in just a couple minutes. I got a few more people that's trying to get in, so we'll give them a couple more minutes.
What is this? How much you want to spend, Brandy?
No more than 100.
It's funny you be broke as fuck until some shit you want. That you be fucking me up.
So if you're just getting in, make sure you guys blow up the chat, post your websites, post your social medias, post where you're listening in from. I know we got a few people from a few different places. We're gonna get started in another minute. I know I got a few more people that's gonna tap in. Today we got a good one, man. We got a good icebreaker. If this your first time, welcome. We always like to see new faces, and it's all about connecting the dots at the end of the day. So it's all about really just coming together, each one teach one, figuring out different solutions for different challenges or different projects that we may be working on, and talking about some of the upcoming opportunities that we always have. We're in the summertime, so summertime in Atlanta, it's a lot of different things. Well, summertime period, it's a lot of different things going on. We got the holiday weekend coming up, so I'm pretty sure. Matter of fact, right quick, if you already posted your websites and your social medias, post what you're doing for the holiday weekend as well. We'll see what y'all got going on. And we're gonna get started in another minute. We're gonna get started in another minute. But meanwhile, post what you got going on this weekend. Any exciting news that you may have for your company, so we can celebrate it. And we're gonna get started with the icebreaker in just a second. Alrighty, we're gonna get started. Again, if you haven't gotten a chance to, or if you're just getting in, make sure you post your websites, make sure you post your social medias, and make sure you post where you're listening in from. If you already have, make sure you go and check out somebody else's website. Follow somebody else's social media. Please blow up the chat because we will be sending a copy of the chat log out as always. To make sure you guys have something to reference and go back on, so we can really make sure you guys connect with each other, because every single one of you guys got something great going on, so we want to make sure we connect in the dots. So I actually had an icebreaker question ready, but actually shout out to Adam. He actually hit me with a new one that I actually like, so I'm gonna actually go with that one today and kind of go from there. So today's brainstorming question is, what is next level to you? And what would you and how would you know when you get there? So basically, again, what is next level? What do you feel like? What is next level to you? And how do you know? How would you know if you arrive to that next level? Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Miss Angeline, how's it going?
It is going great with Angeline. It is.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
I am feeling a little exhausted. This heat is tearing us up here in hot Atlanta.
Yes, it is.
So it's recommended to stay inside from 1 until about 4:30 in the evening. So I've been abiding that, but sometimes I have to go out in that heat and it does tear you down a little bit, but I'm going to be all right though.
That's for definitely got to get in that AC.
Most definitely.
So
So
what do you feel like you consider? What do you consider next level, and how would you know when you get there?
Okay. Well, for me and for what I do in my community, when I see women back in our communities, making sure that our communities are thriving through making sure that their husband jobs are secure and that their children are going and getting proper education and that they're able to attend and be at community meetings that make a difference in their community and whether or not their community is thriving, that is when I know that I've made it to the next level.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. What we got next? I appreciate you, Queen. Got next, Patina. Can you hear me, Patina? Let me just come back. CC.
Hey, hey,
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? So what would you say?
it's going good.
So
I
how
would have to say next level for me, next level for me will have to be the 365 brand being a household name. Like not like Johnson and Johnson, but like Johnson and Johnson, everybody knows that brand. So many people use that brand. Next level for me will definitely like when the 365 brand becomes a household name.
love it, I love it. Legacy for sure. I appreciate you, Queen. Who else we got? Dr. Adam, what's going on?
Howdy, guys. So, next level to me would be measurable results. Like if I put on an event last year that had 1,100 people show up, and then this year I put the same event on and I get 2,800 people, that would be next level. I want to be able to measure the results and not just have, well, what started this question was people just saying, hey, we're going to go next level. And I would always ask them, what does that look like? And you're like, next level. That doesn't work for me. So I want something that I can actually substantiate on. So, like having your brand and everybody's name knows it, that's beyond, in my opinion, next level. That is universal, and that's Coca-Cola status. But yeah, next level to me would be something that's actually measurable. So
I love it. I love it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. What else we got? Irv, how's it going? Go ahead and unmute yourself, Irv.
I was trying to handle that, but I was having technical difficulties.
It's all good. It happens to the best of it. It happens to all of us, actually. But what would you consider next level, and how would you know if you got there?
I mean, next level, I mean, that could mean various things, man. I mean, at the point that we're at right now, any progress is considered next level. I mean, getting the ground, if you start a business and you have a profitable year for the first year, that's next level. I mean, it's different. There's different variations of it. Depends on what you consider success, just like anything else. But how you would know you got there, that all depends on your goal.
Right.
Some people's goal is to just be known. You can be known and not have a profitable year. So if you get your name out there and you made progress on your brand, as far as marketing your brand, then that can be considered next level and success in your eyes. So you can be profitable and not be known, or you could be known and not be profitable. So it all depends on what you consider next level or whatever you consider success. I know a lot of really popular broke people, so it's all in what you think success is.
Definitely, I love it. I love it. I know a bunch of broke popular people as well. We got Dex. We got Dex. Fee, what's going on?
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. How we go?
Okay. So I'm a mystic person, so I'm gonna go a little bit more spiritual when it comes to next level. Basically making sure my intentions are aligned with my purpose, with my goal, with my gift and my talent. Um, so just recently I was sharing with Kia, I actually registered my business name,
Hey,
got my LLC. And just to go a little bit more personal, I used to live in a shelter back in 2007, and I had their email for several years. So on Monday, I decided to send them an email, and they responded to me this morning, and they told me that they found my name, under my maiden name, and that they'll be honored to assist me in any way that they can with me getting my shelter off the ground. So I had to really cut everything off for about a month or two, kind of focus on what it is that I want to do and why, put that out there for the divine. And next level is actually taking risks, sending emails with hope that someone's going to return my email, and they did. So that's next level for me, because not everybody can go to a well-known organization and get them on board with you when they're trying to help so many other community members like women with children. So I am next level. I'm living in my next level, and I'm super excited to get to the next level after this.
I love it. I love it. I appreciate you, Queen. Congratulations for sure.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. We have Fifi. What's going on, Ma?
Hey y'all, hey. I'm driving as y'all can see.
How's it going?
Let's see, next level. I would have to say I have to agree with the gentleman that just spoke just a moment ago when he mentioned it really truly does depend on where a business is and what they have going on, because there's so many different levels of what leveling up can be, whether that be getting labels for your brand, whether that be getting your website, whether that be getting a development team and building your business, all in which I have done and am doing. So now I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone and creating a different kind of vibe. Shout out to everybody that came out to Glamping After Dark and also to celebrate Autumn Sky this past weekend. You guys absolutely rock. But yeah, I would have to say, looking on and the far end of things, really truly having my place of oasis where there's a bit more land included, and in the words of someone that very close to me who says privacy instead of privacy, gives you more privacy to just kind of lay back some rural land and to really navigate and work the way that I want to work it, and be able to create jobs and opportunities and volunteer work even for other people that are involved, and putting them on and putting money in their pocket. So that's where I'm at with it, creating more, building more, and creating a legacy, truly creating a legacy for the tribe and for, of course, Autumn Sky. And just paving the way. That would have to be mine.
You doing it. You doing it. Sky already a boss. I love it. We got
Thank
next.
you.
Nakia, what's going on? MVP.
Hey tribe, how y'all doing? Good to be back in the building with you guys. I've missed you all.
We missed you.
Yes, absolutely. First, congratulations, Tina. That was wonderful news. That news really made my day.
Thank you.
So Next level for me, I feel like at the beginning of the year, I really didn't have, I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't have any, real direction on how to get there or even trying to do the first step. So I feel like I've hit my next level a little bit this year by going ahead and stepping out and uh getting my business plan from, shout out to the mob, my logo, starting my interviews, really putting myself out there more, talking engagement as I'm going to these events and, starting to fix my credit. So for me, that was my next level that I've already, a hurdle that I already have gotten over. I would say for the rest of the year, um, for me, or just not even for the rest of the year. I feel like the next level for me is to be able to really be financially stable and have financial abundance. So when I am doing these events, I don't have to worry about how I'm gonna do it, how it's gonna get done, where is this gonna come from. It's just gonna be there. So for me, that will be my next level to achieve.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so proud of you, kid, for sure.
Thank you, thank you.
We had a couple more people on here, but I don't know if they had trouble with their signal or not. So we'll wait till they get back on. But meanwhile, I think next level for us will most likely be um, building, authentic relationships to where we're getting to the point where we have so many great relationships that, is no longer about financial freedom, getting to the point where we don't even need, money, as far as paper money and different things like that. I think that's a new level of power, I mean, we have certain relationships that's already like that to the point where, it's all about equity and all about, relationship and building and figuring out different ways to, benefit each other. But I really see the mob growing to the point where, as we already have right now, we have people from all over, different backgrounds, different expertise, different skills. So getting that to the point where it's universal will eventually get us to the point where we can really be able to do some great things by just coming together simply and not having to have certain barriers stop us, like financial barriers or credit barriers or whatever the case may be. So I really feel like we're on our way to that. And really just next level is just seeing all of our members, take their brands to the next level. Because I mean, we only as good as the people that we are around, right? So that's that's literally our biggest goal is to, I wish Mr. Fixer was on here today, but even what our goal this year is to, help over 30 businesses get funded, which is a big goal because right now, it's been an influx in entrepreneurship and all of these new companies, which is not a bad thing for me per se. But it's gotten to the point where, especially minority businesses, it's real hard to get that capital. It's real hard to get funding for your business. So we all got to start off. We all usually start off bootstrapping it. Or just working super super hard for another company to kind of get ours started. And I want to make it, I want to turn that around and make it a norm for us to be able to get funding when we have an idea, instead of the other way around, just having to kick off the idea first. Because that's how all these major, most of these major corporations, they, that's how they work. They get the money first and then they let the money work for them. They don't work for the money. So that's my biggest thing, for all of us. That's how I know we're, when we made it to that next level was when, first of all, our mob members is, taking it to that next level and they're getting to the point where, you're letting the money work for you. You're letting, your capital work for you and, and really have real freedom. We don't really have real freedom until we can own some stuff and be able to say yay or nay. So that's really it for us. You know, that's the next level, generational wealth, real authentic relationships, and you know, making sure that, you know, we take it outside the box, you know. So yeah, I want to make sure that we give you guys. I ain't gonna keep you guys on our day to day, but I want to definitely, especially for the new people on, I want to kind of go down the list and give you guys the opportunity to talk about some of the things that you've been doing. Really give you an opportunity to talk about what you do, and most importantly, what's some of your challenges. You know, every single week we talk about and we come up with different solutions. We connect different dots, connect different people, different resources, and you know, we're really just trying to figure out, you know, how we can actually add value. It's bigger than the name. It's bigger than, you know, trying to get a dollar bill out of someone. It's really, with us, it's all about adding actual value. So that's what we want to continue on doing. You know, that's what we've been doing for years. Even, you know, before the mob, you know, that's what we've been doing with Exclusive Models Magazine. That's what, you know, I've been doing personally with, you know, all these years I've been consulting different brands, is figuring out how we can actually add value. That's the goal. If we can get, if everybody can get to that point, in that mindset, we'll be way better off. Because as you all know, you know, it's a lot of scams and scammers out there and stuff like that. So we want to build a community where we can really corner the market, and it won't even be any room for anybody getting scammed or anything like that, because our community will be so tight and close knit. And when you're moving like that, you know, they won't even try to, you know, play with you. You know, so that's really my biggest thing. That's why, you know, I'm really big on just mobbing, moving as a unit, moving as one. You know, because we're stronger that way. So I want to give you guys a chance to, like, again, talk about what you do, talk about some of the challenges that you've been having, so we can figure out and see how we can come up with some solutions. Meanwhile, if you haven't gotten a chance to, please blow that chat up. You know, please post your websites, your social medias, and where you're listening in from. Um, so can I get Angeline? Angeline, can I get Miss Payne? Miss Payne, talk about the wonderful things that you've been doing, and you know, talk about some of the challenges you've been having.
Okay, well, I am very, very excited. Really practicing the 3 Ps of success. Making sure that I'm persistent in getting the projects that we're working on done. We're looking at doing what we call gap housing here in South Fulton, because our police officers are taking money out of their pockets and housing our unsheltered that are pushed here from Atlanta. And the social workers are 9 to 5, and our police officers are 7/24. So we have this issue where our social workers cannot get in contact with the homeless people that they're contacting, because we have loitering laws that the police have to enforce. So when even they come and count with them, they are calling me, asking me, do I know of some place to put them, when we have no shelters in the northern part or the southern part of Fulton County, only in Atlanta, and they are full. And thank the young lady who is starting another shelter. We do need some more down here in South Fulton. The challenges are, right now, we are working with a gentleman who has a piece of property on Shannon Parkway here in South Fulton. We're looking at getting some investors to go on a deal with us where he wants $500K for the property. We've partnered with Ron Adam and Ron, so that we can get some investors involved on a humanitarian basis to help us to bring in some teeny homes or still buildings to help to provide this gap housing for this project, so that we'll be able to provide mobile showers for individuals who are unsheltered, and a lot of them are chronic and do not want to live in a property, and we understand that, and we respect them and meet them where they are. And we'll be able to bring in hot food and also cold food, which we do have that set up already. We would like some more vendors to assist with that. But we are now at the point where we have talked to the landowner. We're getting ready to talk to several investors to assist us Adam have made available to me the Federal Home Loan Bank application so that we can apply for that, even though that would take more time than we actually have because of the debacle with our magistrate court where people did not get their mail and now they're being put out unbeknownst to them only when the marshal shows up. So we have a crisis here. And I love working at that level because that tells me that there's a need. And we need, as community leaders, as community members, we need to step up and make sure that this doesn't get out of hand because it's going to affect us. It's not going to affect anybody else. When they get hungry, they're going to rob from the stores. When they need shelter, they're going to go somewhere, squatting, going behind the hotels, which is what they're currently doing, and living. So we have to step up and make sure that we're taking care of our communities. So right now, the challenge is just really getting the community members to understand how important it is for them to be able to pull the humanitarian spirit out of them and put it to work to help us in a crisis that we currently are. Because I think most people don't understand what a crisis it is until they take their steps. So that's my challenge, making sure that the people understand that this affects you as well as the people who are unsheltered and the need for this in our community because we have not made sure because we're comfortable where we are. We were until inflation hit us. Now everybody's feeling it. So that's where I'm at. And yes, I welcome all the support that I can get in this endeavor.
Most definitely, most definitely. Please send me over the info so I can send out to a few vendors that I know. And if you have a pitch deck for it, I can send it to a few potential investors that may be interested as well. I'll
Okay.
be a part of that.
Most definitely, because definitely it is all of our responsibility. We are our brother's keeper.
Definitely, definitely. I appreciate you, Queen, for sure. Who we have next? Who we have next? Bettina J. Talk about what you got going on and talk about some of the challenges you got.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we can hear
Can
you.
okay. So some of the challenges that I'm having, like I said, I know people, I have resources, but I'm not educated when it comes to speaking on a business and how to speak that business lingo. Yes, I'm a nurse. Yes, I'm a recording artist, but being able to speak on my shelter, business proposals, and all of that, I don't know. I don't know where to start. And I know knowing people is not enough. I need things in writing. I need things to be documented for their sake and for mine. So that's just where I'm at now when it comes to putting everything in my head on paper and being able to relay the information to my resources in a business manner. Does that make sense?
It definitely do. It's definitely something that, hey, I had trouble with in the beginning. Luckily, we have an amazing team that does all that for us. We got, a great AI assistant. I think that's something that everybody should be taking advantage of. I know everybody kind of getting scared of the AI era, but I mean, it's all about utilizing it. I think that's one way that you could utilize it. And I'll actually send you a link to a few AI software programs that you can actually utilize to really just verbalize and whatever it is you need to verbalize and turn it into documents and different things like that. So it's definitely different tools out there that can kind of help you with that. I mean, I'm not a lawyer either, but hey, we still got to get contracts written up and outlines. If you know me, we put together very detailed outlines for our campaigns, different things like that. So that was definitely something that I had trouble with getting into just the business realm, because I too came from the entertainment business years ago, and it's definitely a whole nother ball game. But that's definitely something that I had to learn in the music business as well. Learn how to document and draft contracts and really put people in place that can really specialize in these different things. You're only as good as your team. So Even, some people don't have the time, that's where you have certain people to do that for you. I wanted to have Bob Nesbitt on today because he's actually a entertainment attorney. We have a few entertainment attorneys on just to kind of give you guys insight on that level. But I definitely understand. But now we have technology, so the information is at your fingertips. Just YouTube University alone can do wonders depending on your attention span. But yeah, like I said, I'll send you some links to where you could possibly utilize to kind of help with that.
And it's time for me to revisit my membership with you. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not going on YouTube. I'm coming over to you, baby.
You ready? We ready. We got you. We got you. We're gonna get
Thank
you
you. I
together.
appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, Queen, for sure. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? CC, what's going on? CC, can you hear me? She probably moving around as well. I know she's on her way to in person. All right, so we'll come back to CC. Can I get Dr. Adam?
Hey guys, so let's see. I got a lot going on. Obviously, I'm working with Miss Payne. More than happy to help. If you're looking to do a shelter and you want to build something new, or you have a property that has some rundown stuff that you want to add to, we can totally help. So definitely around for that. I did put some information in the chat about skip grants, which happens to be one of the easiest places to apply for grants. And they even have a couple of times a week, $1,000 grants they just give out if you watch a YouTube live for like half an hour. Your odds of winning that is about 1 in 800 to 1 in 1,000. So it's pretty good odds for a grant. But access to resources and things like that, try to bring them. And let's see, I guess I should say I prefer to build obtainable housing, but we have built in another iteration of the business, basically any of the container buildings that you see on the Beltline in Atlanta, those were built by us. But now we're branching off into trying to do more building of living structures instead, because I'd rather help people that actually need places to live. But we can build anything that you want and make it more efficient. We can make it small arms proof if we're using containers. We can make it hurricane proof, watertight. We could do all sorts of neat things. We can also make it as beautiful as you want. But the big deal working with us would be the fact that we pretty much only work with minority-owned businesses in every level of what we do. We are a passion project, which means if I built 64 units, I'm not getting rich off of 64 units that are rentals, simply because that's not our motto. Our motto isn't to get rich with huge projects like that, which are actually small. We're actually there to do the right thing and do what people think they should do is how we work. So it's fun. I do have another project. It's going to be, oh, how do you guys call it down here? Was it Albany? I would pronounce it Albany, but I think you guys call it Albany. I think I have a project going on in Albany. So like Mr. Fix-It, I'm from Chicago, so I screw up words. Or you guys do, like DeKalb. But anyhow, so that's us.
All this whole time I didn't know you was from Chicago. What's up, Midwest in the building? I appreciate it.
South side, man.
I do have a question. I have a question for Dr. Adam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, shoot away. Hold on. This is how Southside I am. Check that out. I'm wearing a White Sox shirt as we speak.
Okay, so the shelter mentioned, now forgive me, I'm new to the language. So the shelter that wants to, help me mention something about me working or have my business under them. What what is the pros and cons of that when it comes to another organization sponsoring me? Does that mean that they sponsor me financially? Like I don't remember exactly what that is called, that type of sponsorship. But what are your thoughts on that, or should I just go straight to the grant proposal for myself?
Well, even if you fill out grant proposals, some grants are better if you have a partner. A lot of
Okay.
businesses that do shelters are called chodas. And if the people that you're dealing with are a registered chota, you do want to work with them because there was $1 million grant offered last year in Macon-Bibb County. But you could only get the full $1 million if you were a chota. If you weren't a chota, if you were just a nonprofit or even a for-profit, you could make 75% of that $1 million. So, and chotas are usually bigger organizations or aspiring bigger organizations to be able to get you in places better. I am not a chota. I work with a chota, simply because they
They
open.
are.
So yeah, if they're chota, can I ask you who it is?
Nicholas House Incorporation.
I haven't worked with them. Cool.
Yeah.
No, totally take them up on that because that is an incredible opportunity. And if they're already a chota, they know the ins and outs of what you need. So
Okay.
yeah, that's an awesome thing to have.
Okay.
I didn't
Thank
know
you.
about that right away. So yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. I appreciate you, Dr. Allen. That's what it's all about, man. Let's connect those dots. Who else we have? Who else we have? We're about to get to them. We're about to get to them. Fee, can you actually come on real quick to talk about what you're doing? We got Fee still on? I think I don't know. We lost her. Nakia, can you come on and talk about what you're doing? Talk about some of the challenges you've been having.
Yes, yes. Hello again, guys. So, I have been, I recently just took I had a little setback with my health and everything like that. But so one of the challenges I'm having, my content and my interviews were starting to, make their rounds, and I had, interviews set up and everything like that.
Real quick,
So just
real quick, Keith,
Mhm.
for the people, because we got a few new people on here. Talk about, tell them what you do, what it is that you do, and then kind of go into your challenge.
Okay, yeah, so I'm Kia the Art Junkie. I'm known as Art Junkie in the art community. So what I do, I'm currently um I'm the art curator for the Future Gallery downtown. And I just recently Maya Bailey from Peter Street. I'm going to be helping him with an event that he has going on um, called Protecting Our Black Women. We're going to do a panel for like the women artists in our community and how we can be better supported in our endeavors and in galleries and with events and everything like that. So I recently got chosen to do that with him, which is a really huge deal for me anyway. But other than that, I put together art events. I help artists sell their art. I reach out to collectors and try to get people out to buy the art and really build a community within the art community. It's really growing here in Atlanta. Is beginning to become very big here, and a lot of artists are moving here to be a part of the art community because expanding. And so I really want to be a part of that and be a voice within our community to help our artists shine. And so I'm getting back out there, doing more shows to try to, get more content and do interviews with the artists and the galleries and the collectors. So we can really push Art Junkie and get Art Junkie out there and have that content so we can, have great shows and really be a force within this art community.
Most definitely, most definitely. All we gotta do is start. You gotta get your next step is getting your website up and running.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'll get back on that this week. Definitely want you to look it over. From the last time where we last left off. Um, we got a few things on there as far as getting some of the artists that you already work with, featured on the site. And then I definitely want to, it's the summertime now, so I definitely want to, start doing more activations and even like I was telling you before, getting out, to the belt line and, kind of hitting these different areas to kind of tap into the community and
Right.
maybe bring the artists out to our community days and our field days as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
kind of just merge everything that we already got going on together. But yeah, the website is almost done, so we just gotta kind of.
Yes, I'm excited.
I'm excited, for the beta run for sure. And really just start getting that traffic and, really just start getting, shedding more light on these artists. Cause like you said, the Atlanta art scene is definitely growing. It's been growing for years. Shout out to my people. We actually own the art gallery out here. And it grew so fast. We usually do Art Basel Miami every year, so I feel like that's something that I've been talking about years is getting maybe bringing in bringing more awareness to our scene so we can actually have our Art Basel in Atlanta. I think that'd be super.
Yes, that would be so dope.
Yeah, so but I think the biggest thing is unity. When you go down to and hopefully that's something that we do this year. Definitely got to knock that off your bucket list. But when we do Art Basel Miami this year, that's something that you will notice. Everybody is moving as a unit. Every single business down there is on one page, and that's really the only thing that we have to get Atlanta on is everybody on one page. All the
Everybody on one accord. Absolutely.
Yeah.
anyone who's our art gallery, anyone who is an artist, we need them. And even if you're not in the art community, we need you on board as well, because that's definitely something that can actually benefit the surrounding businesses as well when we get it to the point where we need it to be, which is international. So we on the way. So I definitely want to start, knocking off some more boxes and start working on the site a little bit more this week, so we can get closer to that beta test. So yeah, you almost there. I'm proud of you.
Yes, we on the way. Thank you. Shout out to the mob.
Mm, who we got? Can I get CC real quick?
All right, all right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So I am Carolyn Mitchell. I am a formulator. I am a herbalist. I am a farmer. I'm a holistic coach. Uh, some things I have going on would be field day, July 21st. That's going to be starting at noon. The first one was a success, so make sure y'all go ahead and register for the second one. And also Community Day. Community Day is going to be this Sunday. It's the first Sunday. I have it on first and third Sundays from 11 to 3. So make sure y'all come out there. I need to see everybody out there who was at field day. I need all of those hands on deck Sunday for Community Day. Challenges. I have had some challenges, but not any that I really want to expound on. Because sometimes I feel like the things you talk about are the things that you expound on in your life. And right now, I don't want to expound on any challenges right now. Because I've had some challenges these past couple of days, but I've had some great things happen these past couple of days too. So business is doing good. My online sales are increasing. Even my art is going to be in some places. So my art is getting ready to be in the Kemet Club in East Point. So I'm really excited about that. This is my first year really putting my art out there. So that's happening. And I'm going to start up the paint and plant events again. So I'm looking to bring that in August for sure. And it's going to be probably hosted at the Kemet Club. So stay tuned for that information. And yeah, I'm just trying to be the best version of me that I can be.
I love it. I love it. Congratulations on that one for sure. You gotta get your artwork on that Art Junkie website too. That's gonna be perfect.
Yes, congratulations, Cece. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. What we got next? Hey, we got feedback. What's going on, Fifi? Can you hear me?
I can. Every time you say that, you sound like my mother.
So real quick, I know you drive. Can you give me, can you give them a little glance of what you do and some of the challenges that you've been having?
Sure. So I am a holistic wellness practitioner. I do everything from body scrubs to massages and facials. And I also have an entire luxury line of holistic wellness products. Challenge wise, oh, also I also do glamping events as well. So that is another extension of, introducing people to some of the things that I do. Shout out to Cece, by the way, on that endeavor also. Congratulations, beautiful. You deserve it and so much more. And shout out to you for being the only person that actually made it through the evening for her actual service of getting pampered for the Glamping After Dark event. So shout out to you. As far as challenges, this is a part of the reason why I'm not at the in-person today. I'm actually currently coming to check out a freezer or a fridge type situation for my butters because they are still melting even with having the AC. Shout out to the tribe for coming through and me being able to raise enough monies to get another mixer as well. So I'm really, really excited about that. And I'm actually currently trying to handle my challenge that I'm currently dealing with right now. So definitely shout out to all the tribe, the mob. Thank you guys for everything, for the vision, for the photo shoots, for the business development plan, like the whole nine, like y'all shit. Just y'all shit. Well, thank y'all. Thank you. I appreciate y'all and I appreciate the tribe. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on the next dates and events. I literally had a ceremony, then I had Autumn's birthday party, and then I had the glamping after dark. And then I had in-laws in town too. So when I say I had back, it was like literally no breathing room. So I'm going to take this time right now to kind of refocus and revamp and really get back into the lab and restock because a lot of my products have sold. So I'm now back in restocking phase right now. So
I love it.
there you have it.
That's a good phase to be in, ma'am. I love it.
Yes.
Gotta get
Yes,
that
yes,
next
yes.
glamping experience date so we can start getting, already
To be determined, yes. So I'll definitely have one for July. I don't want to coincide with Cece's date because I was thinking the 21st. So I'll get a date to you guys as soon as I know and I look over budget and everything to see what I'm looking at.
Alrighty, alrighty.
Perfect.
Real quick, because I know he probably already dipped out. Dang. All right, so I want who we got next? Who we got next? Let me get you, Jasmine.
Hey everybody. I am Jasmine, but most people just call me Jay. My business is Divine Aqua. I'm a metaphysicalist, and basically that just means I do mostly work in the mental and spiritual realm. I make a lot of copper and crystal products. I also do consultations, I do readings, I do cleansings, anything in that realm. You need it, I got it. And basically some things I've been working on. I've been working on a lot of new products, trying to just get some more things in some stores. And I'm also this week restocking a lot of stores. I gotta go to Nile Oddities. I gotta go to the CMOS Depot. And we just got into some new stores. We got to a new store yesterday. Yesterday. Yeah. So hey, thank y'all. Thank y'all, everybody.
Yeah.
But just got into a new store, so I gotta bring some products there. And some things that I've been working on or struggling with at the moment is still my online thing, but I've took what you said into advice. I've been working on some new content. Then I'll post that today and tomorrow. I've just been building it on Canva and on CapCut, but I finally finished those videos and those are finna go up. So I have been taking in the advice, but that's just mostly what I've been got going on today. Oh, and I'm also finna put some art in the Kemet Club. So we've been to the Kemet Club, finna put some art down there, and I also want to hold some copper wrapping classes there and some more events at the Kemet Club. So keep posted for that because I will be posting some dates and things like that. So I will catch y'all later.
That's super dope. That's super dope. Yeah, keep me posted on the flyers too for the classes. You know, go crazy with the marketing on the marketing end of it. We got. Who wanna go for D&D? Sunshine or Tony? What you want?
Knock it out, baby. I'm trying to get my drink on. I'm trying to stop you, baby. Oh shit! I think we're gonna went in real quick.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yes, sir. You're gonna have to dial in on your audio. Let me see. No, it's audio in.
Shoot.
Progress.
Go.
I'll see you.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? Your boy, this
I think he's on mute.
can y'all hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's up? Mic check. Can y'all hear me? People, can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Tony Tuggle. I'm one of the owners of D&D Lifestyle. We have several brands, but we focus on D&D Lifestyle because that's the bread getter. That's the one that brings in the money. I personally specialize in marketing, branding, and anything that deals with getting more massive exposure. Because I believe if you do not get exposure, you're not making any money. Money follows that thing called attention. And if you can't get attention, you can't get no money. It's just point blank. If where everybody's in Atlanta, then you have the opportunity to get into so many people's faces. You got 6 point something many, don't quote me, it's a 6 million people at least in Atlanta. So if there's 6 million people in Atlanta, then you need to be selling something. Your time, your service, your attention. You need to be in the place. You need to be in a place where there's a circle of people that are already doing what you want to do, or you can create some type of service to them so you can enhance what they're doing. Because if you're trying to go to the next, I think I heard some people talking about trying to go to the next level. And that's great. So how do you do that? How do you actually go to the next level with your business? And the bottom line is you have to get attention from your business. Your business have to get attention. People don't see you. People don't know you. You can have the most phenomenal business in the world. And I know several people that have some of the phenomenal fashion brands, but don't nobody know who they are. Me and my wife have a decent brand. It's okay. That's what I said. It's okay. But we're able to get in front of hundreds of thousands of people a year. Why is it? Because we try to serve other people. We try to get into the right rooms. And getting into the right rooms means sometimes you have to pay, but sometimes you don't have to pay. Let me tell you a story. I don't know if you guys know Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas, before Eric Thomas blew up in the United States, he was doing a seminar here in Atlanta. Eric Thomas, when we first moved here about 8 years ago, Eric Thomas had put a post out with him and Grant Cardone. I know a lot of people know him, the real estate guru. So he was at Grant's house in Miami, and Eric told Grant that what we're going to do this challenge where we want to tell everybody on social media to try to meet anybody that you aspire to be. Anybody that has a book that's phenomenal, that's doing numbers, you need to try to meet those people. So ironically, the next month, Eric Thomas was here in Atlanta and he was at the Western. So what I did was I didn't have enough money for the book or the ticket. So I had enough money for one or either at that time. So I made sure that I got to the event. I was dressed to impress, which means I looked the part. I looked like I knew what I was talking about. I looked like I was important. And why do I say that? Because the word perception is greater than reality. People will read you and will tell everything about you by what they see until you start speaking. But until you start speaking, they're going to believe and they're going to judge you based off of what they see. Now, that ain't right, but that's reality. So because I looked the part, I broke it in a joke, walked in and walked straight through. Walked in, walked straight through, sat in the front row. Listened to his conversation. We got the talking and going back and forth. He don't know me from nobody. But what I did was I came back outside and I purchased a book from him. After I purchased the book, I made sure that me and him got a photo op. At that time, a lot of people in the United States really wasn't on Eric at the time. He was making a lot of headways, but he really wasn't at the plateau that he is at his position. So we and his management, we ended up connecting. I got their number. We went back and forth. And guess what? Never heard anything else from him for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Ironically, because of where I live at, I know Eric likes to stay in the Buckhead area. So one day, me and my wife was outside walking, doing some exercise. And lo and behold, we see Eric Thomas walking down the street with his wife. So again, exposure, right opportunity, right time. Closed mouths, what? Don't get fed. You always know that. So I introduced myself again to him. I brought up the conversation that we had and the story, and he started laughing, this, that, and the third. And I told him about one of his stories that he talked about pressure, heat, and lastly cut. And that's kind of like, that's the process of making a diamond. And he goes on to tell this story about people have to go through the pressure. They have to sometimes get cut and also the heat. And we use that a lot with our brand. And so I asked him, I said, man, do you mind giving me a drop? Eric Thomas get paid $100,000 or more and to speak. He did a drop of me and my wife and talked about our brand. He didn't know our brand from hole in the wall. And he gave us the plug for free. So, but what we can do with that drop, we just put it out this year, but we got that drop probably 3 or 4 years ago. But we didn't put it out. So we were able to go on a national comedy tour where we got a contract. And some of you guys know this story, but the reason why we got the contract was we were focused on trying to serve the promoters, trying to make them more money, not trying to make us money, trying to make them more money. Because guess what? People do business with people that they know and they like. And so because we did the sacrifice with giving them the right product that we thought they could sell, we did the homework and we did the research at the time, and it sold. And so because it sold, they invited us back and they invited us back and they invited us back to the point where then they gave us a contract to run the whole tour this year, where we grossed over close to almost, it was over 6 figures. And we did the numbers, had to do the numbers the other day, and it was close to that 200,000, which is unheard of if you know anything about merchandising with comedy, because it really does not sell. We didn't accept that. We didn't understand that because we came up in the pop-up pandemic where we were out there hustling and bustling and making it happen. So we took that same strategy and we were able to execute and be able to make our brand get enough attention and enough exposure. So again, you have to be able to serve people. You have to look for the opportunity, but you have to place yourself in the opportunity. Like they got Invest Fest coming up. If you don't have the money to go, you still go, because those people that go in, they got to come out. As long as you have an opportunity to talk, and even if you're an introvert, you still need to be there. You need to have somebody there to talk for you. In my days when I was coming up, I was the cool dude or the cool guy. I looked like I had it going on. Remember, perception is greater than reality. So I've made myself look appropriate for whatever part that needed to be played. But I was scared to talk. But I was smart enough to know that I had some friends that were outspoken, and I can reel them back in when it was time for me to seal a deal. And so you put those people around you to enhance what you're doing. Don't miss the opportunity thinking that you got enough time. Everybody think that they got enough time, especially you guys that are younger. You think you got all the time in the world, and you don't. You really don't. You think you got all the time in the world. You really don't. There's so much opportunity going on right here in Atlanta, and people are waiting every week, or waiting for the right time, or waiting to get all their ducks in the road, waiting to get everything right. There is no right time to get right. The right time to get right is to do it now. So once you take action, even if you stumble or even if you fail, as long as you don't look at it as a failure, as long as you look at it as an opportunity, now that I can get better. Now I can execute it again. Every week, every day, you have an opportunity to make more money. Your job, if you're working a 9 to 5, don't look at it as your job. Look at it as an investment and for you to now invest in your marketing, your promotion, and your advertising so people will know who you are. People follow attention, and money follows what? Attention. So if people don't know who you are, you're not going to make no money. I believe totally in the 501c3s. I believe totally in the grants. I believe totally in trying to integrate into different organizations and different business. But I'm also a big advocate of creating enough attention to bring those people or the people that go to those events to you. I'm also an advocate of creating a like-minded, getting around a like-minded people, and then moving and executing where you're trying to go. If you do not do that, you're going to be beating a dead horse. You're going to be wondering why your business has not grown in 6 months, why your business have not grown in a year, why your business has grown in a month. It don't have to actually grow financially, but you have to see the needle and the level keep executing to the next level. And if you're not doing that, then you're wasting your time. You might as well go work for somebody and don't worry about it. Just keep being the best version of who you are. But as long as you can remember, first, you got to learn how to serve. You got to learn how to serve people. Secondly, you got to learn how to get in the right rooms. Thirdly, you got to understand, really, let's go back. The first one should be perception is greater than reality. You have to have the right perception. You have to be able to make that perception your reality. You have to, whatever your brand or whatever your service is, you have to know who your group of people are so you can keep executing, so you can keep giving them everything that they like about you, because you are, what people have to realize, you are your brand. Everybody that's on this phone, everybody that's in this room, you have to understand that you are your brand. So you have to be the best version of your brand. You do not have to have the world following you. You do not have to have the whole wide world. If you're in Atlanta, again, I just said it's 6 million people. So think about the percentages. Think about the number. As long as you know the numbers, you can now make it make sense for you financially. And then once you can dominate Atlanta, the world is yours. But if you get to Atlanta first, and you understand what you got to do first, you got to be all right. Somebody go give me a drink. Let me know what y'all need.
I appreciate you for sure, man. For sure. We be needing that good motivation for sure. I appreciate you, King. I appreciate you, big bro, for sure. Who we got? Who we got? JT. Get you next.
So hey everybody, my name is JT Morningstar. I'm one half of Morningstar Studios LLC. I'm a writer, director, executive producer, actor, model, a little bit of everything. Right now, I'm currently working on a project that's titled Elemental Battle of the Gods. It is a mythology superhero-based project that really brings in not just the idea of power, but also the idea of what it means to be human, to be a person that no matter how many powers you have, you still have the same thing going on that other people do. One of the biggest struggles I would say I'm having right now with that, which you actually spoke a lot on, and I processed that and read that, so I appreciate it a lot, but it's just getting that attention. I know for a fact right now that's where we at. Like we have the trailer, we actually have the first episode being edited to release. It's just now, how do we market it? How do we brand it? How do we put it out there for people to see it? Because at this point, each individual actor is being seen. Like to the point, one of our actors on a cruise didn't know nobody there, and somebody came up like, "Hey, I know you from this project," but they know her, but don't know the project, don't know the cast. So I would say that's probably the biggest thing I'm struggling on right now.
This is something I always talk about. I'm pretty sure everybody probably had a consultation with me on here. We probably had the same conversation. But it's all about, when it comes to marketing, it's all about creating an experience for people as well. Because it's one thing to get that exposure and get it in front of their face, but it's another thing to have them actually remember and keep that with them, long term. So I would say for what you have going on, premieres is the biggest thing, creating a space where people can actually come out and view, maybe even just do a premiere for the first episode for, yes. Yeah, so, but like this need to be an ongoing thing. Like I got a homeboy right now, he got a movie, shout out Million Dollar Key. He got a movie with, executive produced by Boosie. And the movie been out probably 6 months, I want to say, and they premiered it in every city that they can hit. They premiered it in every venue, every theater that they can premiere it in. We got access to a couple theaters as well that we can, kind of get you in. But creating that red carpet experience, giving your cast the opportunity to interview. You need to be having every single media outlet at your premieres. And then you need to have the cast interviewing with every single media outlet. And we can Exclusive Models Magazine can come through and interview a few of the cast, but that's really you gotta introduce. I didn't tell them. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go last. I'm gonna go last. I know most people don't know what he probably like. Who is you?
We did a podcast with two YouTubers, and I have YouTube definitely traveling to the air, and like we said, we having the person there to interview cast member type thing. It's just finding those people that can reach it and not only just put it out to just any outlet, but the ones that are gonna make the most sense, because it's like, what is this one character representing that will be able to have that person feel attached to the story? Like my whole point in writing and what I want to be able to think is that you see somebody that's going through what you're going through, you have that relation and help you through life. Like just as a kid, just being able to see somebody on TV that looks like me, that can go through the things I'm going through and be able to help me through it. Because I honestly watch Iron Man, yes, cool character, but it's like, what problems do you really have when you got millions of dollars you can throw at it? Where we see people that have that problem, have that power, but that power means nothing if they can get through that trauma.
Yeah, I think that goes back to knowing who your target audience is and figuring out what do they like. How can you make that experience? I've been to a bunch of different premieres. They all different. From celebrity premieres to independent. Figuring out what can you do at the premiere, not just have them come in and watch the episode, but what other elements can you implement? So really just lead them with an impression. Like, now I actually want to, recommend somebody else to come watch this, especially after they actually watch it. But yeah, create an experience around it, and let that kind of sink in from there. And then storytelling is the biggest. Like, it's really the biggest. You know, like I said, you know, making sure that all the cast get interviewed by certain outlets that can actually put it out. What platform are you putting it out on?
So right now, just YouTube. The
Okay.
management company I work with that a part of that is just with the state to have a platform to get ready to release so that's also one that we possibly sell.
You got a website?
Yeah, I actually put it in.
What's how many people you guys got following y'all?
YouTube, not really none at all, because it's been trying to get it.
You guys got any shorts on there, like 7-second shorts?
Yeah, so we have the trailer, the actual trailer for this project.
How long is the trailer?
The trailer is like a minute.
Like a minute, okay, so can you break that up to like 15 seconds to 7 seconds?
Yeah,
5 seconds.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're doing this, why we're saying this is because that's gonna catch the eyeballs.
And that's what I've been working on, because like literally the first 15 seconds of the trailer, the first thing you hear is, what do you know of eight elemental stories you've been told? And then he just talk like that, because that's our main character. That's the first thing I was like.
Gotcha.
I got Dr. Adam raise his hand. I know he want to drop some jewels on you real quick.
Come on with it. Back.
Adam, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm on. So, okay. One of the things I'd recommend for doing a premiere from a Black business is do it at a historically important Black site. Like the one that comes first to mind to me is the Douglas Theater in Macon, Georgia. Happens to be the first theater in Macon or Central Georgia where Black folks could sit anywhere in the theater. It was built in the 20s, I believe, by Macon's first Black millionaire. So when you go to a venue like that for a premiere, it's pretty neat. I've been to 2 different movie premieres there, and it's a great setting for it. Just 2 cents.
Oh, definitely appreciate you.
I can get you plugged in. And one of my guys, he does a lot of the big interviews of all the shows, all the independent shows out of Detroit. So I can get him to interview you. Now, we might have to either you go there or he comes here. He's there, you're trying to get him to do some stuff down here as well. But even if we can, I mean, technology is so easy now that we can just, you know, go back and forth with it, you know, on the phone. So I can make that happen. Secondly, just know that you're super important about what you do. Okay. Everything don't have to be. Everything don't have. You don't have to have all your ducks. You just have to be consistent.
Yeah, and I had to stop myself from that, because like I started writing this out.
Gotcha.
So I came here, started acting, and I was like, I didn't feel like the story was where it needed to be at, because I want to be able to tell that story.
Gotcha.
Especially where I come from.
So I come from Augusta. Georgia. I don't know if you ever heard the opera singer J.C. Norman or like Lawrence Fishburne. They come from Augusta. Like I went and was actually raised up in the art school founded by J.C. Norman. So appreciate it. They actually bringing the second one down here too. They're trying to get started to give that opportunity, and that's like another reason why I'm trying to do because I want to get it started to help the school get more students and stuff like that.
Don't take this the wrong way.
No, you good.
When people tell me they're trying to help everybody else, it blows me away. It blows me away. And I think I commend everybody for saying that, but you got to help you first.
Yeah,
I'm 59 years old, and that was my worst thing that I ever did when I was your age. I brought my whole crew with me. And because I brought my whole crew with me, they didn't have the mindset that I did. They wanted the finances that I wanted, but they didn't have the mindset or the work ethic. So before you can help anybody else, you have to be selfish in a good way. Selfish in a good way is this, meaning I have to get so tunnel vision and so focused that I have to get to the point where my finances and everything is coming. Now I can start saving other people and saving the world.
I just thought everything was straight down.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So trust me, don't forget that. I'm just telling you, this is just my experience. Once you get so focused on which was when we were coming up, when I was coming up, it wasn't about credit. It wasn't about credit at all. It was about cash. Cash is king. Cash rules everything. You know, that's how we came up. have we, and it was there, credit was always, credit was a tool for us when we were coming up. No one was teaching us about the power of business credit. Setting up an LLC or some type of entity that's illegal, then you can go back and now you can apply for these different credit cards. I say loans, business credit. But you do that based off of your personal credit. And that's a whole nother road that we can go down. But I'm just telling you, you have to get so laser focused on yourself about what am I doing, how am I positioning myself for, I didn't say banks, but the credit unions, these different companies. And if I own my own business, do I need to get a pay company to pay for showing that I'm making as an individual in my job, showing that I'm making this amount, not my job, not my company, but I'm making, say I'm making $1,500 a week, personal check that I'm paying $20 or $30 a week to make sure that they write a check. Where the money comes out of my check and it comes out of my bank account, so I'm not losing any money. All I'm doing is paying the taxes on $1,500. But what it's doing is it's showing that I have a legal company that has a financial company that's showing that I'm making, that's legal. This is doing business legally. Whether you don't have the money, you don't. This is putting yourself in position so you can build up a portfolio as far as your credit, leverage that credit, get you $20, $40, $100,000 from 2 or 3 different business cards. Now the game is different because now you can go into whatever opportunity that you're trying to do as far as, remember what I said earlier, you have to get exposure. All you have to do, when you get ready to go wherever you're going, look how many billboards that you see that's advertising XYZ. Listen to the radio, listen to whatever strip and fall lawyer, this, that, and third. The reason why they do that, and they do that on a repeated basis, is because they want their name to resonate with you when you have a slip and fall or car accident, and the first thing you think of is 1-800 truck rate or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Because they program you. The same thing about infomercials. Why do infomercials run at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning? Because they know that it's somebody that's sitting there and they twiddling their thumb and they can't sleep at night and they're watching. So the price of that advertisement, which you can do on the local stations here in Georgia, advertise your trailer for the people that don't have the cable, we don't have cable here. We don't even watch TV. But guess what? When I turn that TV on, I got 40-something channels. And so I'm listening to all these old channels, I'm this, that, and third, and I'm listening to now these infomercials, and I'm sitting back laughing because I love marketing and branding and promoting. But I'm looking at their strategies. And I'm sitting back like, what is the same infomercial going on? It was going on 30 years ago, the same commercial. And if it's going on for 30 years, that means it's working. Numbers make sense. People lie, but numbers make sense. Put yourself in position for self. Get yourself so powerful. Don't remember where you come from. Don't remember who you are. But document your process. But say, okay, I got to get self together. And once self is in a position where he's powerful, now you can do whatever you want. You can help whoever you want to help out. But you can't. It's hard. Because even though everybody say they want to get down and they don't. It's very few. I mean, these people, they do what they got to do. Or they wouldn't be here. Just flat out. The group that I'm in also, they move on a different pace. So what we have to do, remember, wife, we have to keep leveling up. We have to keep leveling up every 3 months. What we're doing, what we're talking about, we have to keep doing because guess what? It's somebody young and strong and cute and beautiful, whatever, but they got that energy, they got that same attitude that you have that's coming up. So you have to, again, focus on self. Nothing wrong with saving everybody. I commend you on saying that. But I'm just telling you my experience. This is just me personally. I tried to bring a whole team with me, and that team kept me down for almost 30 years.
That's why I like to say I love because I feel that like I can slow myself down because I'm moving too fast for someone else. And I had to start realizing like if y'all can catch up, you can come back later after everything's said and done.
You give them a chance. Hire people fast but fire them faster.
Yes.
They do not work out with you.
Yep.
Hire your team, your people, your family. Give all your family and friends all the opportunity in the world. But just let them know it's business, it ain't personal. If you can't level up to this, then hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. You just gotta keep moving. And again, I cannot say how fortunate people are to be in Atlanta with the resources, with the people. And if Delano mentioned it earlier, if you guys are not affiliating or practicing anything that has to do with AI, you will be left in the dust within the next year.
Yeah.
If you do not practice or learn AI techniques, and my mentor years ago once told me, he said, Tony, the best tool makes the hardest job easy. So if you're trying to cut the grass with some scissors, you're going to be out there for hours upon hours upon hours. But you know that you have a regular lawnmower, that lawnmower is going to cut it, and you're going to go up and you're going to make the lines, and you're going to get that job done, we'll say in an hour and a half. But then you get on that riding mower, then oh shoot, it's done in 40 minutes. Oh, then you get an electric motor that can just cut it by itself, AI, which means now you're managing your time. Because your time is the most important thing in life, is your time. How do I get back my time so now I can do something else, but I can have something or an AI tool or someone else can come in and help me facilitate what I'm trying to do. See, we think we got to do it all ourselves. And if you think you got to do it all yourself, you will not raise to the level that you want. Now, you can be a millionaire. I will say that. You can make $1 million by yourself. But once you're trying to get to the multi-millions, once you're trying to get to 10 million a year or more, you need a team. You need a dedicated team that have the same mindset you do, but actually have a better mindset than you to keep pushing you to the next level that you want to be. If that makes sense. Iron sharpens iron.
Definitely. You only as good as your team, for sure, for sure.
Facts.
I had to do a lot of cutting off. So let me get to this next person, man. I appreciate you, King, for sure. No, you good. You dropping jewels. That's what it's all about. Can I get a Chandra?
Peace. It's Shonda Freeman. How's everybody doing?
Bless.
Hey, gracias. Well, I'm just here really taking this in. I'm appreciating the jewel dropping. What a pleasure. I was definitely invited here by Miss Carolyn, Miss Cece. Appreciate her. And then with Angela Payne, Madam President Angela Payne. So it's just such an honor to be here. And then you, brother man, I just connected with you. Appreciate that, right? So but okay, so what we do here, right? This is my first time, so I just want to take it in.
So I want to talk about, I want you to tell the people and the beautiful people about what you do and some of your challenges that you've been having.
Okay, so I believe where I am right now in my stage and phase in life, and what I do is I'm an educator in nature, right? And I am on a path of righteousness and consciousness and abundance always. And so that's truly what I'm living on. I'm living on this divine cosmic wave of energy, and it's just flowing so divinely, right? Because got the whole all-spark energy with the ancestors behind me. So I just feel so connected, staying rooted, right? So I can continue to bloom and then build these seeds, have these trees, right, that blossom and grow, by connecting with people like I posted in the chat, because of what the brother before us said. Atlanta is a place with the resources when you connect with the people. Your vibe attract your tribe, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to I'm attracting my tribe, and it's magnetizing. I'm connecting with y'all, and this is the intention. And that's why I'm just so grateful. I'm in attitude of gratitude always, right? And so and challenges with life, like we all have challenges. I believe I keep mine to a minimum because I have a total affirmation that says, you know, I take action towards my goals of abundance every day. I minimize my obstacles and magnify my faith, right? So, you know, we have challenges because we have lessons that grows us, right? And, you know, I have lessons I believe in my life when it comes to just people, right? Like I believe people help grow us, right? You know, like people have taken me as far as I am now, right? Like I'm here on this Zoom, being allowed to speak, right? So openly and freely. And what an opportunity, right? This is to use my voice in that way. But I'm here by people, right? And so I just know like a challenge can be just the trust in people, right? And where they really truly lead you, but it starts with yourself. Always, everything starts with self. And so yeah, I think that's pretty much that, but it's a practice and application, right? And I learn and grow from that, right? So that way I can make for sure wiser choices in the future and be aware, be mindful, always, you know. And so again, I just trust in the process of life, stay divinely guided and protected. You know, I'm just truly connected. And you know, I just be staying in my lane of abundance. So thank you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you as well, Queen. Can you give us a little information about the Black Achievement Fund?
Oh, okay, bet. Oh, I love it, right? I love being a proud Black Achievement Fund member. I'm here right now. You know, so like I'm outside again chilling, right? My sons, they're also here at the
Uh-oh, you went out. Can you hear me?
Black Achievement Fund. This space right here is our members only club space. As you can see, there's like beautiful art on the wall and whatnot, right? And that art is actually a collection from one of our other members, Brother Kwame. And with that, because the Black Achievement Fund is a nonprofit organization that is about economic freedom and wealth for our people in our community, right? Like this is for us. That's why it's called the Black Achievement Fund. It is about building wealth with us because the mission is so simple. The mission and intention is to get 10 million of us plus some allies. Because, you know, again, people take us far. You know, some people want to, like, we got brothers and sisters like the indigenous natives, like the, you know, Latinos, the Spanish, you know, all the pretty brown skinned people, you know, our allies. So with that 10 million people contributing $9 a month, that makes $90 million a month to make over $1 billion a year just for our funds, just for our people in our community, and it benefits us. Again, this is a prime example. Now I'm on the other side of the Chemic Club. So we got two sides because we got this whole entire space. This side right here is the game side. So we got ping pong, we got pool table and the basketball table. But you know, also we be having venues and events and whatnot here, so they can use this side to sell food, however way you choose, you know. So it just works out. And this was like started by member funds. We ain't got the 10 million, but we got people who still moving it, and we still an organization that's moving. Not only do we have this members only clubhouse, we also have acquired now over 118 acres, or just that 118 acres, you know, mind you, totally go to the website that Angela posted, baf.solutions, get all the information and all the details accurately. And, but still 118 acres of our land. We was just down there Juneteenth, the weekend before the Juneteenth weekend here in Atlanta, down there on the camp out. Man, it was so beautiful. So go on YouTube, check it out. I'm gonna post the YouTube link in the chat. And it's just a beautiful organization because it really is benefiting us. All you gotta do is just plug in. That's it. And you know, it benefits you how you use it. You know, that's how I was able to connect personally with the Madam President and Carolyn, CC. And then that's how I'm able to connect with y'all right now, by being plugged in with the Black Achievement Fund. So go ahead, check it out. Click on that link that's posted. And I'm gonna post the camp out video so y'all can get perspective about that, because that's our land. Even the horses, right? So we had a Black-owned horse equestrian owner and operator. Her name Miss Dawn. You know, I'm old school in spirit. You know, I respect my elders, all that. So Dawn, you know, she brought down 3 horses. One of them horses, named Razor, knew that he was on free people land, didn't want to leave the land, was like acting up because he just wanted to run around and be free. Coolest. That was the highlight of my trip experience down there. That even the horse, even the nature animals knew this is free people land. And I just, yeah, it's just know, y'all, I am excited. Thank you for allowing me to share my excitement about the Black Achievement Fund. I've been a member since 2020. This is how long it's been around. My member number is 540. Again, we got the 10 million, but we definitely at 3,300, and we gonna keep growing. One member just joined just now because he was up in here. I'm up here doing homework and stuff with my sons. Like I said, I'm an educator always because it's homework. Because we, as the parents, you the first indoctrinator, you the first teacher. So we doing homework and we in the chemical club space. Then I just connect with the brother because the other member, B Divine, come up inside and he bring in 2 brothers, and he asked me to do the same thing, share about my excitement about the Black Achievement Fund. And the brother like, yo, I'm feeling that. Yeah, I'm about to become a member right now.
I love that.
So it's simple because that's why it's called BAF dot solutions. Like, this is about the solutions. We tired of talking. I'm tired of hearing the talk. I'm 34. I wasn't around with my grandparents, with my, like when my mom was born, my great grandparents. I wasn't around for that. Cool. Thank you, because like they was around for that. They was able to push us up. So if we can lift up, that's it.
I love it.
And so like here I am now. I'm gonna be a part of something that's really moving, and Black Achievement Fund moving. So thank you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Queen. For sure, we're gonna have to definitely talk about possibly collaborating with you guys. Hey, got to get the mob, because I mean that's pretty much what the mob is doing as well. We are, we bringing our superpowers together and making it happen. And it's sometimes it start from a seed, and you got to keep putting water on, and and eventually harvest it, and keep it going strong. So I appreciate what you guys are doing for sure. I'm gonna have to come check out the space myself and figure out.
Yep. So the address I believe is also posted. Check it out for sure. Hey, can't wait to see you. I'm always here for the most part because I stay 15 minutes on the road. So I'm gonna totally take advantage all the way.
Most definitely.
It's our space.
I love it. I love it. I love the excitement. That's what we need. We need more excitement like that, That's why
I love us. One thing for sure is I love us as pretty brown skin, Black people, African, indigenous, all of that from above. You get what I'm saying? I love us. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna do what I can to lift us up so we can continue to be pushed up. You get what I'm saying? Again, doing what the ancestors, doing what the elders do, all of that. And I'm doing what that's in the present. This is not about the past, this is the now for the future. Because I got sons and they're gonna have children. I'm gonna have grandchildren.
Generational wealth. That's what it's about us no more.
For sure.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Queen. Can I get I know we just got Fly Gold on. Can I get you to unmute, talk about what you do, and talk about some of the challenges you've been having? If you can.
Hey, peace, everybody. I don't know if I'm even clear. I'm in my car right now in traffic, so.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you clear.
I really don't know what's going on. This is my first time joining, so I honestly would say I don't know where to start, where to go.
So just start off with, what do you do? What do you do, and what's some of the challenges you've been having with your business?
Challenges with my business. I don't know. I've turned more into an investor type. I'm not so much focused on clientele-based business. Everything I do as a business is essential products. I started off making like, I guess, hair care and skincare products and stuff like that because all the chemicals in it, and basically wanting to grow everything that I use, which is why I've just leaned towards farming and gardening. So one thing about that is if nobody buys it, I still need it anyway. Um, and so I've turned away from trying to look for clientele and stuff. Um, Food will always sell itself. So I know a lot of people do come up with businesses, and to me, a business should be either food, clothing, or shelter. And I think that's where maybe a lot of us mess up at because everybody's selling shea butter now. You know what I mean? Everybody's selling clothes or copper jewelry or whatever the case is. So it's oversaturated. Um, and I think I've helped a lot of people build businesses. So I think another mistake or a challenge that was one of mine in the past was that Black businesses look Black, and that's the problem. You're only gonna, some people are red, black, and green on their logos, and you're only gonna sell to one type of people. You haven't created a universal just business. And we're the only people going around saying this is Black, this is Black, this is Black. I believe that's actually part of the problem because I was asked that question last year by someone. I went to a Juneteenth event, and the people that I do work with, like even the Nagash, he says the same thing. We're like, okay, it is a Black business, but we're not pushing that. But we do want our people to support us. But I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of us, we go get that money and we don't spend it back in our own community. I can go buy something from a Black business owner and he go buy Gucci shoes. So, you know, I've just been sitting back and watching a whole lot and see a lot of that going on. So I've stepped away from that. I've I've leaned to more towards smart money, investing or learning stuff like tax liens or putting it into some kind of stocks or stuff like that, and working on generating income and recirculating it that way. Because to me, the only business is really natural resources. We're paying for, air and pretty much food and water.
Yeah.
So unless we figure out how to get away from that, it really don't matter. And if we can't figure out how to get the next generation to do it and keep it going, then we're doing something wrong as well. So
I totally agree.
yep.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I think this is, again, I'm about to say it again. I'm probably gonna say it again and again. It's all about storytelling and then creating an experience, and not just a Black experience, but creating a experience, for anybody. I do also believe in, target audience, but I believe that can be international as well. I think people come from different backgrounds. But I totally agree with, the Black dollar not circulating how it should. I think that's why we're doing things like the brainstormer sessions. That's why we have the mob. That's why, we've been doing our field days with, the 3-6 way. The Natural Way 365 farms, and working with people like Sage to teach aquaponics and just different things like that. Because like you said, we really got to cut out the middleman. That's really the biggest thing. That's why it's being that's why we're in a position where we're at, because we don't really own a lot of land to farm with. And then it's a chess game too. It's systematic. You got people like what's the billionaire that's buying up all the farmland? Bill Gates. We got people like that. So it's really a unity thing. And like you said, I'm actually with you when it comes to the Black business thing. Let's become international businesses. I think and I know for a fact, as soon as you put Black business by your name, you're automatically blackballed. Even by our own, we'd be the first ones like, I ain't working with no Black people, or Black people don't know how to do business. We all know we got that stigma. So I think the first thing is getting rid of that stigma. And that's why I'm in a position where I'm in, where we're helping businesses get these resources and move like an actual company instead of a hustler. You get what I'm saying? And I think we all started off hustling. We all started off, bootstrapping, and we all come from different backgrounds. A lot of us didn't have the resources and of course the systematic oppression that we've been dealing with. But I don't make excuses. It's all about going international with it, and that's something that we did with Exclusive Models magazine, because that's something that I realized back then. I didn't even want to put my face on it, the first 3 years, because I knew it was going to be doors that, automatically closed on me. So I definitely agree. I definitely believe that we should have more initiatives to include other races, because it's all hands on deck at this point. We dare in their last place when it comes to, just economic growth, in general. So so we need all hands on deck, not just black people, black and brown people. We need all hands on deck. We need people around us that know how to get to the dollars and know how to get to these politicians and different things like that. That's why we pushing Miss Payne, and that's why we working with the mayor of Atlanta and a lot of different other councilmen and different things like that, because that's just something that we got to take over. So you really brought up some great points, and I definitely understand you. We all get boxed in. So that's what we all about. Getting outside the box. Going outside the norm on what you're comfortable with. I know we most of us is black, but that don't mean you have to have necessarily a black business. It's so crazy because Dr. Adam, I don't even know if he's still on here no more, but he actually has a black owned business and he's not even black. So that just tells you.
How do you explain that?
He have to. I wish he was still on to explain, but yeah, hopefully you get on. He's on almost every week. So hopefully
What makes it black?
I'm gonna have to. I just want him to. I think he'll be the best person to explain that to you. It'll make a lot more sense. But I mean, even a lot of these so-called black brands are not owned by black people. So it's a lot of brands that we support that we think is us, and it's not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like City Trends and Cookout and Popeye's Chicken.
Yeah. A lot of things. Ciroc. What's the
Oh, P Diddy don't own Ciroc.
No, sir. he got
Ciroc is no Diddy.
Yes, he has spots. Even with Rose, Ross Rose, a lot of people, yeah, he's a partner. And so it's a lot of different circumstances that's like this. And I think, the biggest thing is for us to understand business. So that's why I'm in the position where I'm in, because I understood, just doing business with a lot of different independent, especially black companies, and it's not just black companies. Let's get that like squared away now. I work with all different types of companies with all different types of owners who do bad business as well. So, but at the same time, we have to learn, and really, each one teach one at the end of the day. When we get information, we don't need to hide it. We need to share it, spread it around to those in Syria as well, because you got a lot of Uncle Toms as well. So that's why I'm really not, I'm me personally, I'm not the type of person that's just going to support your business just because it's a black owned business. That's not going to happen. So if you do proper business, then yes, we're gonna rock with you. If I don't care if you're green, purple, gold, or whatever it is, if you're doing proper business, and you're serious about what you do, when you actually care about what you do, that's what we're looking for. But I definitely agree with you, man. I definitely believe that we should get into other areas other than entertainment and sports and different things like that as well. That's why we really been bringing more awareness to agriculture, bringing more awareness to the art scene where we're really taking over. But the black artist is not getting the same opportunities as the other artists because we're not supporting them. We go to these art shows and we just look at the art, take pictures, and leave. Then when we go to a white show, hey, they actually buying the art. We just did a event with Dr. Umar, at the Black Wall Street. They had almost 100 vendors, and none of the vendors made money. So it's like, we had a packed house. Dr. Umar brought them out, but we didn't spend with our own. But like you said, we'll go out and buy them Gucci's and buy that Louis Vuitton. So I think it's just a whole stigma that we just need to reprogram ourselves and really kind of go from there. I see Miss Payne got her hand up. What's going on, Queen?
Hey, I just want to let him know what makes their business a Black-owned business. He's partnered with African American women who have a business, and that's what makes it a Black business. And he is a partner of that, and he doesn't separate himself from it being a Black-owned business.
And I believe we need more partnerships like that. We need, different backgrounds to come in with their different perspectives and different resources that they have. Dr. Allen, prime example of someone who given a lot of different resources. He's not scared to share knowledge, different things like that. And we need more people like that. You get what I'm saying? Whether you Black, white, or whatever. So I think we're also not in a position to box ourselves in and just be like, well, we're gonna just rock with all Black people because we're not there yet. You know what I mean? So I definitely agree. I love the perspective. I definitely would love to talk to you more about what we can do and how you can get involved in some of the things that we got going on to kind of get more people to really, number one, cut out the middleman. We got so many different middlemen when it comes to food, water, these different resources, natural resources. We don't want to get out here in the farm. It's so, like, even with the field days that came about because we was having it's so hard to get volunteers out, to put in that work. We have to make it an experience for people to get them back into that mindset, because we in a mindset where it's, hey, well, I could just go to the grocery store. I could just go down the street to Publix or Walmart and get whatever I need and don't even think twice about it. And then next thing you know, you eating rubber watermelon. That's where we at. We gotta eliminate the middleman and then take over from there and then create our own structure to where we can really eliminate these Uncle Toms as well, because it's not just them that's against us. Sometimes it be our own.
Hello.
So I love that. I love that. I love that. I know we had some more people come on. I appreciate you, King, for your perspective, though, for sure. I definitely want to lock in with you and really.
This G Netter.
Okay, I definitely wanna lock in with you a little bit more. Hopefully, we can come out to the community days. We got actually we got a community day coming up this Sunday. If you want to come by, and we need all hands.
We do the same thing every Sunday, man. And I ain't gonna lie, don't nobody come out to ours.
So hey, so you get what I'm saying. So maybe we can come together and do a field day then. Maybe we can all collaborate and do more, and not even if it's not a field day, perhaps maybe come up with different experiences to get the people out, bring more awareness, and get a positive stigma going behind that, because like, it is what it is. People is for self, for the most part. So you have to give them incentives, at the end of the day. It's all about incentives. So sometimes that incentive is just having a good time. So if we can figure out different ways to create different experiences for the community to get them out, to even see what they volunteering for, and then making sure we have an actual structure as well. Because I get a lot of people they'll be like, oh man, I need help. I need an assistant. I need a volunteer. I'm like, well, send me out, send me a list of duties that you need to do. And they be like, oh man. So it's like, well, how can we put people in position without a structure? And then when you get volunteers and they see how unorganized it is, or they see it's going everywhere, it makes them not want to volunteer again. So that's another thing on our end, that we got to make sure that we own our business as well. We can't just expect people to support what we got going on just because we Black. We got to be on our business. So, and matter of fact, we got to be on it twice as hard. So that's just my perspective. But yeah, let's put our heads together and figure out how we can get more people out for sure. What else I have? I had someone else that just got on. Is there anybody else that want to talk about their business or any challenges that you have? Go ahead and raise your hand real quick. So real quick, I know I know we got a few new people on here. I know I never really talk about myself because this is not about me at all. But to give you a little background about me, my name is Delano Bruton. I'm actually one of the founders of Mastering Our Business and Exclusive Models Magazine. Um, and it all started, my first love is music, one of the most biggest influences in our community, art, fashion, and music. So one of my first loves was, music. I got into the music business at a young age at 14, had a couple major deals, worked with a few labels, quickly seeing that that really wasn't for me. And then we got into, I'm giving you guys a short version. This over years, it's 17 years in the making. But, going forward from there, I really started to get into the community. So me and my uncle and my brother came up with a summer program where we help teach kids on how to print shirts and make their own t-shirt company. We did that for I think 2 summers and then ended up with a shed full of shirts because we wasn't even selling the shirts. We were just literally just showing them how to go along with the process, how to actually press the shirts up and different things like that. Because I'm from Detroit, so it gets very violent in the summer, and it was just another way to give people and give the youngins another path. And not even just the youngins, we had all types of different ages, just giving people something to do, something positive to do. And then that turned into us, like I said, we ended up with a shed full of shirts. So we actually transformed the shed into an actual store and started to bring the community together and it's actually called The Shed. It's actually still up. Shout out to my uncle Quasi. It's still up in Detroit, on the east side of Detroit. So if you ever happen to be on the east side of Detroit, which I don't know why you would be over there if you don't have family, but if you happen to be over there, definitely go check out The Shed. But that went from us selling shirts, and then I got into the marketing, because we got to the point where we hit a ceiling and we still had shirts to sell. So we got into doing fashion shows and just different events. That's when I started managing talent, managing models. That's when Exclusive Models was born. Shout out to my mentors, Naima and Alonzo Palmer. They was the ones who really took out the time to mentor me on the fashion end. And that was, really the beginning of my journey in fashion and then in actually in advertising and marketing because shout out to Alonzo Palmer. He actually got me into publishing our own magazines because he actually got me to understand the importance of marketing. And he actually owned a couple magazine publications himself. So he actually sat me down and really just got me to understand because I'm just like at first I'm just like no one is I'm not selling magazines. Nobody who looking at a magazine. We in the 21st century, and he really showed me another way. And to this day, we still publish physical copies of our magazine, just to really market other businesses, international businesses. It don't matter what type of business you have, as long as it's positive and it's moving forward. So Exclusive Models Magazine was born a couple years into managing models and managing different talent. And then we moved on. To be quite honest, we just got to the point where we just got tired of hiring these weird photographers, these weird videographers, people, we hiring people, they're not doing the job, they don't know how to handle being around, attractive women, all different types of things. We started having problems with that. So hey, like myself, I started, it was like, look, we can do it ourselves. So we went and invested in camera equipment and all different types of production equipment and didn't even know what we was doing with it. So I ended up going to school for digital media and production. Before that, I went to college for business communication, and that's when I realized college was a scam, and it just wasn't for me. So, my college experience was super lit though, because we had our own college radio. I made my relationships. Some of those relationships I still have to this day. So, I always tell my youngins like, college ain't for everyone, but if you do go, have a lot of fun. Build relationships. That's really what it's all about, and be social. Um, and then from there, once I went to school for digital media and production, we was already putting together our own tours because I just wanted to separate ourselves. Everybody was kind of doing you know, the club hosting and different things like that. So I was like, well, what's going to separate us? So we started doing Fashion Week, New York and LA and Miami Art Basel and, you know, all of these different international fairs and events. And it really put us in a whole nother perspective. And from there, I started, you know, organizing and funding our own tours. So we did 3 international tours and all the way up until the pandemic. And in the pandemic, we had to sit down just like everybody else and really just adapt to the time. So we started doing, you know, Zoom calls, and I started, you know, consulting business owners that I was, you know, working with that may have, you know, that we really built relationships through the magazine and through us touring these different places. So I started getting into consulting and, you know, really just helping them out because I bumped my head. I've made all the mistakes. And so now I'm at a point where, you know, I just want to take my knowledge and my experience and my, you know, all the times I bump my head and pass it on to somebody else to make them greater. So from there, you know, I went on to relocate to Georgia, and we ended up building an amazing art gallery called the Delow Loft. That was definitely a golden era. And, you know, we put so many different artists in position. And I didn't even know Atlanta had an art scene like it did until we got into the art gallery. And it was also an event space. So we allowed, you know, different promoters and different entities to come in and host different events and activities, but it really showed me how strong the art community is in Atlanta, which led me to the third biggest influence, which is art. So it went to the music, the fashion, and then the art came above. And, you know, from my knowledge of, you know, advertising and digital marketing and digital media, we really just, you know, kind of pulled everything together. And you know, from there, you know, maybe, you know, and I know moving to Georgia was probably the best decisions that we've made on relocating from Detroit to Georgia, because from there, you know, we just started working with, you know, people like Tyler Perry. I worked on a couple projects with Oprah, Irv Gotti, you name it. The list goes on. You know, you guys can kind of, you know, check out some of our Instagrams if you want to check out some of, you know, check out my personal one or whatnot. I really don't like to name drop a lot because people do that a lot here in Atlanta and ain't doing nothing. And to me, old work is no work. Like every day I wake up, I'm refreshing myself. I'm starting new. I'm not even thinking about, you know, these different things. But that's just to give you guys a little background, you know, now, you know, and once I started getting around these people like Steven Spielberg and working with these juggernauts that, you know, I grew up watching. I grew up watching most of these movies and most of these cartoons that, you know, they actually produce, and actually getting a chance to see how they work behind the scenes. It really put fire under me to, you know, get our people in order, because we far, you know, most of us is far from operating at a major level. And you know, people give Tyler Perry a lot of slack, but he's a goat. He's definitely a goat, and he's doing something that's so beautiful that we all need to do. We all complain about Hollywood and them not paying black actors, but we still go cast for these roles. We still, you know, don't put our money up to produce our own movies. You know, just these different things. So these different things led me to work with different people. You know, that's why I respect people like Irv Gotti. He put up his own money to produce his own productions. You know, Tyler Perry, he put up his own money. You know, so different things like that is different things that we need to take away from these juggernauts. And you know, I was just blessed enough to get in these rooms. You know, a young black boy from Detroit, from the streets of Detroit. A lot of my friends that I grew up with is either dead or in jail. You know, and I've been through my trials and tribulations myself, and, you know, being a knucklehead when I was younger, to now being, you know, in these rooms with these, you know, billionaires and getting to see how they actually operate, you know, getting to see from the little things, how they communicate with people. Who are they communicating with? What, you know, what people are, you know, what positions are people playing on their teams? And figuring out, you know, how can we get in those positions, and then making myself available, like Tony said, you know, being a service to these people, figuring out, you know, and really just realizing that it's not about me. It's not about me being famous or anything like that. And from there, once I figured out that it wasn't about me, everything opened up, all the doors opened up, and now I'm a servant. You know, so now we're serving the community by you know, building up these businesses, because we can't create more jobs if the business owners is not operating properly. because they won't scale, they won't grow. And even if they do grow, they still won't be able to employ the right people or have the right structure to keep the right people employed. So where we at right now with the mob, aka mastering our business, we're trying to create generational wealth. And the first thing, it starts with you guys. You guys are the leaders of the community, because you guys are the ones who own these businesses that can eventually hire and employ these kids that's out here. They crashing out. They killing each other every single day because they don't got nothing to do and they don't have no real role models. And all the role models is telling them, talking about Pound Town and all of that. Which I don't knock nobody, but what I'm saying is we just need more positive role models. And it's just a different time. People don't want to hear you preaching to them no more. We got to create experiences. We got to make it lit to be positive. We got to make it fun, and that's why Exclusive Models Magazine was so important, and probably one of the biggest projects that we've done in my career, because that's what we did. We made being an entrepreneur fun. I was an entrepreneur back when it wasn't even cool. All my family was looking at me like, boys, you crazy? You better go get a job. You get what I'm saying? Still to this day, people looking at like, hey, you still rolling? Okay, so now we're in a space where entrepreneurship is more like a trend, which is it's pros and cons to that. At the same time, I love the amount of businesses. I call them pandemic babies. I love to see all the businesses that that emerged from the pandemic from such a dark time. But now we're at a point where we got all of these different companies and we don't know who to trust, because we don't know who have the experience and who don't. We don't, you can literally just go and make an Instagram for free, put a couple pictures up, and then call yourself whatever you want to call it. So that's why we made this a community thing, because we want to build a community and pull us all together to where it's like, okay, and most of the people that we work with, most of our members are referred to us for a reason. We don't do, I don't do too much convincing. If you don't feel like, we're the best fit for you, we're gonna keep it moving. I'm not convincing nobody. I've been, doing this for 17 years, not to brag, but we've been doing some, some pretty amazing things. So, if you're down, you're down. If you're not, you can still come back later when you're ready. That's where we at with it. We're not the type of people like, oh, you better get on the train now before it leave. Maybe now is not your time. Maybe you're not ready. You get what I'm saying? Or maybe, maybe you pass what we're doing, which you need to come back and be a mentor. That's why we have a mentor program and we have different advisors as well. Because each one teach one. It's not just about us. It's not just about you. And once you realize that, everything else is going to open up. So that's something that I learned, throughout my journey. And we still learning, we still growing, we still students to the game, and we still building our family. Every single month we're getting a new member for the mob, and helping them really take their business to the next level or take their brand to the next level if they're ready. And this is not something to where you just pay your dues and just sit back and just wait for us to make you famous. You got to put in the work as well. It's a community thing. So that's where we at with it. We over the years, throughout my different journeys, we've been building so many great relationships. Shout out Hard Work Pay the Bills. This is one of the brands that I've been representing for almost 10 years now. It's a fitness brand, and just the, being able to tell these stories behind these brands is where we at right now. So if you've been looking at our content lately, we've been doing a lot of exclusive interviews with a lot of prominent people, a lot of business owners, whether you know them or not. And that's the whole point, getting to know these brands, getting to know the why. So yeah, if you need help with getting your story out and connecting with your audience on connecting the why with what you're doing, I think we'll be a great fit for you. And like I said, we've been growing so many different relationships. We got so many different resources from advertising and marketing. We still have the magazine publication, which is still international. It is a physical copy. I know a lot of people look at us and be like, "Oh, it's digital." No, we're going up and beyond, and it's a high quality copy. We have access to over 1,200 digital billboards throughout the country. We have our own production team. Yeah, so that's where we at. And then we got a whole bunch of beautiful people that we're connected with. Just like this call, like every single one of you guys are important. and very, very, very powerful. So just imagine us coming together and really just mobbing out together. We unstoppable, at the end of the day. So that's just a little bit of information about me. I know a lot of you guys. We had some new faces on here. They probably looking at me like, who is this dude? Never seen before. I'm not a celebrity. A lot of my work is behind the scenes. So yeah, that's where we at with it, and we're steady building this legacy. And I appreciate every single one of you guys getting on the call every single week. We've been going, like, literally, we haven't missed a Wednesday since the year started. So that's powerful. We in month number 7, and we haven't missed a Wednesday, and it's been great. We've been connecting the dots on so many different levels. So many different people that probably would have never met have been, connecting and coming together and doing some wonderful things. And it's really just been beyond me as well. I've been getting motivated, and I've been learning so many different new things as well. So I'm actually excited to, continue on building with you guys. And I always ask that you guys just refer somebody that you feel like is serious, that you feel like just maybe hitting the ceiling, or just starting a business, or need to scale their business. I don't care if they've been in the game for 20 years. Everybody needs some type of help. That's why I always ask you guys, what type of challenges are you guys having? It don't matter. We've been having all types of different people on our calls, from millionaires to people that's just starting. So we all in the same boat at the end of the day. So that's what I want you guys to see. Even with our brainstorming sessions, and even with our icebreaker questions, that whole thing is to really just show the different perspectives that you guys have, and show the similar perspectives that you guys also share, no matter what background you're from. So what I'm gonna do real quick, I don't want to hold you guys on too much longer. I'm gonna actually post all of our upcoming opportunities in the chat for you guys, so you can get all the links at once. If you have any upcoming activities, projects that you're working on, anything like that, please take this time to blow up the chat, post them in the chat. Let's see what type of resources we can put together to help you guys take it to the next level and actually make it reality. So I just posted all of the links in the chat for you guys. I'm gonna also post our membership details. So if you guys know anybody who you think would be a great member, or a great fit to the mob, please send them a link. Or if you need that extra support, those extra resources, make sure you guys go ahead and apply. And also make sure you guys join the Instagram group, which will also be included in these links as well. So you can get all of our updates and different details. We always posting upcoming opportunities, different flyers, giving different updates. It's no side conversation, so you ain't got to worry about your phone blowing up all day. We try to keep it respectful, because I know you guys, every single one of you guys are working on something. So yeah, I seen the kid got her hand up. What's going on, MVP?
Hey, I was just going to ask you, can you please put the website for Hope in the chat for me? Because I lost my iPad, so I have to get back on that, and I didn't have it saved in my phone.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to actually post that in there as well. And if you guys haven't gotten a chance to sign up for Operation Hope, I don't know what to say. We've been talking about this for like 2 months. Y'all supposed to have been signed up. They trying to so basically their initiative is to fund 1 million businesses, minority businesses. So yeah. So they basically have a 4-week program where they basically link you up with a mentor or a coach, and they make sure that you have everything structured right, properly, everything like that, and then they link you with different grants. And they also give you a free account with Shopify, because they partner with Shopify. But yeah, they trying to give 1 million minority businesses funding. Yeah. So yeah, y'all, yeah, make sure you guys go sign up for that. Yep, I just put the link. Yeah. Hey, you can't turn down no free money and resources, because like I said, they're also going to be going through your whole business, your business plan, all of that, making sure that you have, all your T's and I's dotted and all of that good stuff. So make sure you guys take advantage of these opportunities, these free resources. You don't have a lot of free resources out here these days. Make sure you guys are doing that. I appreciate that, Nikhil, because we definitely need more people on that. I also got some homework for you guys. I haven't gave you no homework in a couple weeks now. It's
Yeah,
probably gonna
because
be.
I'm trying to finish mine. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. But so matter of fact, real quick, if you actually remember the homework, and I'm actually gonna post a link in there. If you actually, real quick, if you already saw the spook who sat by the door or read the book, please put the ones in the chat. Put the ones in the chat. Let me see who hit. Because that's definitely something we need to all, that's something we need to just really just reprogram ourselves, especially and really just watch what we consume, and not just food. I'm talking, content, everything. So we just really just need to reprogram ourselves. um Speaking of that, shout out to CC, shout out to Sage. They've really been, hitting the ground running, and really, really getting more people aware of what we put in our body. Even me, like I'm horrible when it comes to food and stuff like that. I'm a foodie. I eat whatever. But I definitely been, you know, in a whole nother mindset when it comes to agriculture and really just growing our own stuff. I think we really need to be in that. Sage has been doing a wonderful job teaching the kids. I believe she teaches the kids every Thursday about aquaponics and different things like that. So shout out to them. um, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So real quick, I'm gonna give you guys, and I don't see enough ones in the chat. So everybody, every single one of you guys need to go watch. It's free. I just put the free link to go watch the spook who sat by the door. I gotta go watch that. And then I also put you guys, when you guys get a chance, also watch Undercover Billionaire, watch Joy, and watch Steve Jobs. I think those. Yeah, that's season 2. But really, that's the best season though, for real, because the what's her name? The black lady, Timberland baby mama. Yeah, she's the one that we need to. Yeah, Monique. She's the one that people really need to see. Like she, especially she you should definitely watch her because she's health and wellness. Yeah, it'd be perfect. So it's just some motivation. We all need motivation sometimes. We all human. So and we all need sometimes we need confirmation as well. So I think you guys will get a lot of confirmation from this content. If you guys have any questions or concerns for me, please make sure you reach out. Everybody should actually have my number. If not, I'm actually in the chat.
Hey, Delano,
Yes, ma'am.
could you put in if you have it, the link that Adam was talking about for the skip, I think it's called, grants?
Yes, ma'am. He already posted in the chat, so I'll make sure I get you guys chat log. So you can go on that.
Okay.
So let me actually go for the new people that just got in. Let me see if I can find it quick. I'll just post it. Repost it. Let me see. There we go. Just put that link in the. I just put that link in the chat as well. And yeah, if you guys have, I'm gonna actually keep the line open for another couple minutes. So if you guys have any questions or concerns from me, I'm here. If not, I appreciate you guys hopping on. We just had another great brainstorming session. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I will really, really, really look forward to building with you guys and continue on building with you guys. You guys have a blessed night and be safe out there.
Okay, Delano, this is Angel. We are looking at, of course, doing something different for this election, even though it has been a bit different since 2016. But being that we are in the technology and information age, we want to go the route pretty much that AOC went by utilizing our podcasters and our social media streams to get the attention that we need for the other six presidential candidates that are in this race. Because we don't just have two people to choose from, we actually have eight. So we want to find, and I believe that we've had a brief discussion about having some podcasters come together and do some debates with the other candidates so that we can get the attention out there that there are options for you and to have some real debates and to have them sort of initiated to where we're talking about one thing in the debate so we're not all over the place, so people can actually get a feel about how we feel about these different situations that are going on in our country with the inflation, the immigration, and the crime, so that we can get some, like we talked about before, solutions that individuals would be putting in place for the things that are going on, so that we can get some understanding about how we actually vet someone who's going to be administering our country and making sure that our states can actually thrive the way that they need to. So I'm still looking for some podcasters that's willing to step up and do that. So over the next couple of months, we'll be able to have those debates and people understand really how a presidential campaign is done.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, we got tons of podcasters that we work with. The biggest thing is getting in touch with the campaign managers.
Oh, that's easy. I can get that for you.
Yeah, so we can get them aligned and get the scheduling together and actually get them to the podcast. So maybe I can create a list of podcasts that we can get them on, and then we can get a list together of different campaign managers that we can reach out to and send a proposal.
Excellent. All right. Well, I will definitely work with you on that this week because we need to do it sooner than later and get this going and out there. Because I mean, as you can see, we are under siege in this country. Our police officers have no business fighting with gang members from another country on their own turf. And that's where we are. And it's not going to stop there in New York. That is a plan to spread that across America. And the only reason they're not down here is because we have guns. Okay. So that Second Amendment is very important. And we need to let people know why it is so important that we have that. And what we were talking about here in this group, we have to learn how to be survivalist. What if everything shuts down for 3 days? What do we do?
Go to the Natural Way 365 Farms.
I know that's right. And we better.
Yeah. We're gonna have to take that off. We're gonna have to create a. No, that's where we at with it. Like we got all the resources. It's just coming together and making it make sense for everybody involved. But we got all the resources. We just too divided. So that's really it's not the fact that we no longer and it's so crazy because Charleston White brought this up, and I know a lot of people hate him, but I actually love Charleston White. He actually be talking that stuff. He something that stuck out to me. He said this generation is the richest generation of Black folk, but we don't even have half of what our ancestors had. They got land, stores, still can't get another Black Wall Street up all the way. So yeah, we got all the money, we got all the resources, but we need to stop buying Gucci and Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. So that's our getting united, and it's hard. People don't want to hear we so far past the preaching on the stoop and all of that. Like people don't want to hear that no more. They want to see the turn up. They want to see that you lit. So they want to see something entertaining. So that's what we doing. We mixing, economic growth, generational wealth, and we turning up with it. We having fun. We showing them that we having fun. We going outside the box. So even just like what you said, getting these candidates on these different podcasts. I've been talking about this all year. Trying to create different Because even last year we created different panel discussions. This is something that we need to have because a lot of people was like, oh, well, go vote. It's like we don't even know these people.
Thank you.
Never sat down, had a drink with them, kicked it with them, watched, you know what I mean, ate a meal with them, nothing. We don't even know these people. We don't live next door to them, none of that. So, you know, how you know, and like you said, we only know the two that's running. So, you know, and that's the biggest thing where I've been trying to, you know, shed more light on these different leaders. And it's up to us though. You know, we got the power, we just don't use it. So
We're the boss, you know.
stop talking and use the power that we have.
You know nothing about them.
Yeah, we don't know these people, you know, especially the youngins. Like, you know, they don't know these people, and we don't hear about them until it's election time. So, you know, and then we only have what, a couple months or a few months or a year to, you know, make up our mind. That's ridiculous. So we need to really be able to summon these people and have these discussions in a fun and productive way. So that's what we've been trying to do. You know, we can only do so much by ourselves, but you know, that's where we got the power, we got the media, we got the cameras, you know, we got, you know, relationships with these podcasts and these different, you know, advertising and marketing agencies and different things like that. We just need to get campaign managers, you know, to get things lined up. And like I said, we got to be able to summon these people.
Most definitely. I think a 3-day blackout event at the farm would be nice.
Ooh.
Teaching us how to survive when the lights go out for 3 days.
That's a good idea, actually. Text me that. I appreciate you, Quinn. You was so great.
All right, we work on it.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Anybody else had any questions or concerns? Ideas? All right. So, again, man, I appreciate you guys hopping on another week. This is super powerful. I don't even think you guys understand how powerful this is. All of us coming together from different backgrounds and, you know, just putting our minds together on how we can really advance. So, let's keep doing it. You know, if you haven't gotten a chance, please RSVP for next week. Back at it every Wednesday at 6 p.m. EST. I appreciate you guys hopping on, man. You guys have a wonderful day. And if you guys have any questions or concerns for me after this, make sure you guys hit me up.
All right. See you later, guys. Hopefully, I'll see you guys next week in person.
You better.
I will. I'm going to be there.
Good holiday.
I'll talk to you guys. You guys
Y'all
be
be
safe.
blessed.
You guys be safe this holiday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.